Hello everyone, I'm Jinyu. Welcome to Jinyu Talks about the spleen and stomach. We have started the program The Origin of All Diseases, the Spleen and Stomach, and almost every episode has been about how to take good care of our spleen and stomach. Because diseases of the spleen and stomach are not minor, we need to protect them well. We should pay attention to maintaining the health of our spleen and stomach from childhood, and even more so as we age. So, taking care of the spleen and stomach is a lifelong endeavor. The spleen, stomach, and intestines inherently prefer warmth and dislike cold. Especially for children and the elderly, their gastrointestinal tracts are delicate. A little cold food can upset the stomach, leading to many gastrointestinal diseases. If our gastrointestinal tract is not well protected, it can easily lead to issues like stomach gas, gastric pain, bloating, diarrhea, constipation, hiccups, and some friends may also experience symptoms like acid reflux, bad breath, and chest tightness. That's why I often say that spleen and stomach diseases are not to be taken lightly. Speaking of which, we have a fan named Chelsea. Chelsea is a very young man, and I have met him. His physical condition is quite good, but once winter comes, as we all know, people like to eat hot pot, preferably spicy. Did you know, if your stomach is not well, or if you eat something uncomfortable or improper, it can easily lead to gastroenteritis with symptoms of vomiting and diarrhea. He ate a hot pot and ended up with enteritis, vomiting and having diarrhea for several days, and he couldn't sleep well at night. Later, he couldn't bear it and went to the hospital for a few days of intravenous fluids before he got better. Since then, he felt his appetite had worsened, and he knew it was because the hot pot had damaged the gastric mucosa, leading to acute gastroenteritis. After the gastric mucosa was damaged, the appetite naturally decreased and became poor. From then on, it is important to pay attention to diet, and one must not overeat or drink excessively. Try to eat less but more frequently. Keep warm and not eat too much. In addition, gastrointestinal diseases should not be ignored. Never ignore them. But many fans think they don't have any cardiovascular or cerebrovascular diseases. It's not that terrible. Gastroenteritis is just a common disease. But do you know, if you often have this kind of gastroenteritis, it can also be fatal. If you ignore it on the road to health, it may trap you. Speaking of this, I will tell you a case. It's a fan's father. Last year, well, it's the year before last, at the end of the year, the person passed away. Originally, it was said that he could live a healthy life, but due to delayed treatment, the old man lost his life. Many friends may be curious, how could treatment be delayed? This old man usually likes to keep healthy, plays tai chi every day, drinks some health tea, and so on. The old man thought his way of keeping healthy could live a long life, and when he felt unwell, he didn't want to go to the hospital, didn't want to take medicine, didn't want to be treated. Over time, the disease worsened, and when it was treated, it was too late. It was too late. He had developed a malignant tumor, which had spread, and in the end, the person passed away. In fact, keeping healthy is not wrong, I tell everyone. We must learn the correct way to keep healthy, because keeping healthy is also different for everyone. The wrong way of keeping healthy not only does not have the effect of keeping healthy, but also can cause harm to the body. You see, this old man got gastroenteritis and did not receive timely treatment. and the person passed away. For our gastroenteritis, we must remember that there are many misunderstandings, and we need to distinguish them clearly. First, we divide it into two categories. One category is that many people only keep healthy and do not treat. Saying that everyone has gastroenteritis, diarrhea, and constipation, it's common. Just keep healthy. So they only keep healthy and do not treat. The second type is that many people think that it's not a big deal to treat it, and after treatment, they do as they please. This is still a mistake. So just keeping healthy without treatment is a mistake. And many friends also have what? Just treating after being cured, they don't care, which is also a mistake. So we have many misunderstandings about gastrointestinal diseases. And as a result, the condition worsens. Remember, I just said just keeping healthy without treatment is not good, and just treating without keeping healthy is also not good. So we often say that 3 parts are treated and 7 parts are nurtured, especially in our current society. There are many ways of keeping healthy, such as massage, gua sha, cupping, fumigation, and some elderly friends practice sword exercises in the square. Everyone knows what this is, right? These are some ways of keeping healthy, but if you have a disease, you must treat it. You cannot treat it. So many people have what? It's called blockage, which can also cause pain. So traditional Chinese medicine says that the unobstructed do not feel pain, and those who feel pain are obstructed. So many pain symptoms are also related to obstruction. Let's go back to the topic. Like friends with gastroenteritis should have a deep understanding. When you have gastroenteritis, does it hurt? Everyone knows it hurts, which means it's obstructed. You see, there was a fan not long ago. He also had gastroenteritis. And he went to a health club for a massage, but instead of unblocking the meridians, he damaged his cervical spine, and there was no way. His neck was crooked, and as a result, he came to me. So, when it comes to keeping healthy, many people blindly keep healthy. Do some inappropriate treatments, and the result is that money is spent but the disease is not cured. There is another type of person who only treats the symptoms, right? Generally, after enteritis, you take medicine, and then after a few days, it gets better. Okay, it's better, and finally, what happens? You eat and drink recklessly, which may lead to some diseases recurring. So these are two misunderstandings. Of course, there are also many people whose diseases recur and they use a large amount of antibiotics, resulting in lower and lower immunity and more severe diseases. There is also a method of suppressing with drugs. That is, you just treat it and it doesn't itch, but in fact, it is not feasible in intestinal inflammation. So what should we do? I told everyone before. For any disease, we should trace back to the source and find the root. So where is the root of our gastroenteritis? I tell everyone it's on the gastric mucosa. For example, our greed for cold food, unclean diet. There are many such reasons. So when these problems occur, I often tell everyone that you can supplement some super probiotics with oxygen. In addition to protecting our gastrointestinal mucosa, we should also change bad living habits, strengthen the maintenance of our body, and take good care of the spleen and stomach. Didn't I tell you before to eat some ingredients that nourish the spleen and stomach? For example, the 5-element oxygenated breakfast paste or the breakfast paste for food. Everyone can eat some every morning. which can well maintain our spleen and stomach. And it's like adding a protective film to the gastric mucosa. In addition, I suggest that everyone eat probiotics containing prebiotics so that we can replenish sufficient energy to our intestines and achieve a certain balance of flora, so the intestinal peristalsis is fast and the absorption capacity will be better. In fact, our breakfast for the gastrointestinal tract has a certain care, and we should eat some porridge or paste. And everyone must remember that we live in a turbid and toxic environment, whether it is diet or work and rest habits. We should solve it from the source and reduce the harm of turbidity and toxicity to our body. So I say, detoxify and protect the spleen and stomach. Under the guidance of my teacher, and my teacher Li Lao proposed the theory of turbidity and toxicity. We must reduce the harm of turbidity and toxicity to our body. So in life, I often say, eat slowly and choose slowly, and remember not to eat too hot or too cold, suitable for our body. That is the best. In daily life, avoid excessive smoking, drinking, staying up late, etc. Pay attention to maintaining a good mood, exercise regularly, and improve your own immunity. This is very good. Well, this issue of our gastroenteritis, I have talked with you to this point. If you also have a bad stomach and intestines, I suggest everyone to take good care of their own intestines, and when it is necessary to treat, we must go to the treatment, and when it is cured, we must not forget to maintain. As the saying goes, 3 parts are treated, and 7 parts depend on maintenance. Spleen and stomach diseases are not minor diseases, and spleen and stomach diseases require us to maintain for life. In the process of maintenance, we propose a combination of treatment and maintenance, with equal emphasis on both, and the use of both medicine and food. I have also talked with you before, and maintaining the body should not be blind and need to be dialectical, and should not use medicine blindly. In fact, when we keep healthy, we should not blindly follow the trend. We should be suitable for our own body and maintain it targeted. Well, this topic, I will talk with you first. Thank you all for watching. I hope you subscribe to my channel, and we will see you next time.